What is up, dudes and dudettes? I am the Fox, and welcome back to more Castlevania Dawn of Star. In the last episode, we did some things. In this episode, I got all the souls in order to break down these 3 walls, so I'm going to do just that. Now, I'm going to say right now, this episode and the next episode are going to be post-commentated, because when I was recording these, I didn't notice how low the sensitivity was on picking up my microphone. It is fixed in episode 21. But until then, I'm gonna have to post-commentate. A lot of people probably enjoy that, because they won't have to listen to me clicking on my keyboard. But yeah. Up ahead, we're facing a boss that definitely just made me mad. Like just like how I described him in the time, I described it as a boss hadn't pissed me off so much. And there I used like 4 potions, and then I immediately regret it. There's a mosquito flying around my room, I don't trust it. Yeah, that was stupid, and so yeah, I'm going to this fight with a lot less health potions than I would have liked, but thankfully I do get it done. This boss is annoying. When it came down to this boss, I recorded him fighting him before this video, and I died. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to figure out like what would be a good thing to fight his second phase in. And in his first phase, he's very easy. I fought this boss in a previous video, and I deleted it because the fight took 8 minutes, and then I died. So I was just like, nope, I'm not showing that. So I scrapped the video and did the fight over again. This time I actually succeed. So one thing I also should say is that this video consists primarily of boss fights. Like, it goes straight from one boss fight to the next. And the fights themselves take up pretty much the entire video. I would say you could skip this video, but you really can't because one of the bosses involves story progression. So yeah. Mainly how this boss works is he uses mirrors, and when he's not in the mirrors, he's just standing out here going back and forth trying to get you with his little knife. But when he's in the mirrors, he'll stick his hand out of one of those 4 mirrors in the corners, and then he'll shoot a laser out which reflects off the other 3 mirrors, and then just vanishes off into the distance. There, that wasn't so hard. Beat it in under 2 minutes. Under 3 minutes, I mean. And then I check in the things, and then do I heal? Yeah, I healed. And then, oh yeah, I used a high potion there by mistake, and I was just kicking myself during that. And then we get to this part. This is the part that really got on my nerves, because this part takes up the majority of the fight. Like I said, I did that phase in under 3 minutes. This one takes me up to about maybe just under 9 minutes into the video. So yeah, I'm glad. I honestly, in some ways, I'm glad that that my audio is really quiet, but in other ways I'm not, because that means I have to do post, and I don't like post. But I guess it's better than me being just so mad. And I was just so mad at the end of this video that I just ended it on like the worst note. I've never been so mad while recording. But thankfully I'm not mad anymore, and I can just watch like how I did everything. The strategy I was using the succubus, since it does a lot of damage and it also heals me. However, you gotta be real precise. If you're not precise exactly, then you lose your shot. And that definitely made me mad. And I think that at some points during this boss fight, I just shut up entirely and focused entirely on the fight. And my commentary just consisted of fuck, shit, and goddamn it. Yeah, and that laser just scraped the tip of the hairs on my head. That was bad, Riley. Good bit about. The strategy was working for the most part. I just needed to figure out like the exact distance I need to be away from him, and then use it and at the perfect time. Like I said, otherwise you're not going to get a hit, and your shot's going to be wasted, which sucked. Originally during this fight, I used the Amelark sniper, which was good, except it had a it took time for him to pull the string back and let it go, as y'all have seen me use the Amelark sniper a lot in the past. And it worked. I got him down to in the failed recording. I got him down to the seal stage, like I think twice, but both times I failed, and that's what really made. I think that's what like solidified my anger during this fight. Yeah, this fight's gonna take a while, but it's also really repetitive. But I want to show y'all the full. I don't want to cut out a boss fight, even though I do just that in the next video. But you'll have to wait and see that. Well, cut a boss fight entirely. Actually, when I do that next video, it's flipped out. Ignore me. There's not much else I can say about this fight. I mean, like I said, the majority of the fight consisted of me just being really mad. Like, this is the only video I recorded yesterday. Yesterday and today were my recording sessions for this week. I should say this right now. I am really sorry about the lack of videos, like, as of late. As you can see, Link isn't with me, and, like, the main reason because of that is just because of, like, schedule misunderstandings and just stuff like schedule misunderstandings, and also not having time to do stuff and stuff like that. Trust me, I've tried getting Link back on here, but the times I do, he's just been busy, so I've just been unlucky. But yeah, that's really the whole thing with the Link situation. This fight should be wrapping itself up pretty soon. I think, yeah, I found out like a little quote-unquote trick, because the mirrors will freeze in place, and if you can actually, depending on the angles of the mirrors, you can actually duck underneath the mirror and the laser will miss you entirely. Give or take some positions of the mirrors. I think I failed this one. Yeah, I failed this one. Yeah, that was bad. And then I was like, please, don't let me do this again. I don't want to fight him again. Yeah, as you can see, I just ducked right into that laser like it was nothing. And then I get hit by that. And then I'm running real low on food. But, thankfully, I have some rusty tin cans. Or, what are they called? Rusty food. I have 2 rusty food tins. So I get to use one of them and restore my health. Them things are useful. I'd definitely suggest, if you're playing through this game, get the Ghoul Soul at some point, because that will save your life many times. It definitely saved mine a few times. At this point, I was just like, fuck it, and I wanted him dead. This was the point where I was just like, so fucking mad. And once again, the laser just barely scrapes my head. But I am just like, I just don't give any shit to this point. I want this guy dead. And I think here is where I succeed. What the hell? Oh, that's what those... I was wondering what those orange pixels were, but apparently that was part of the game. And yeah, as you can see, I beat him. And at this point, I'm just like, happy as can be. I just did not want to... I was just too happy. And then I got the Paranoia Soul, which lets us go in and out of mirrors. And then we get Olrox's suit, which was a really good body item in Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. As you can see, it increases every stat except intelligence or luck. I don't know. And then after that, you need the Paranoia Soul in order to get the good ending of the game. I end up showing the 3 endings, but actually I ended up showing the second ending completely by accident. Like, I didn't mean to show off the second ending. My plan was to just do the first ending, because like I didn't know the game was going to end at that point, and then just go to the best ending. But then I accidentally show off all the endings. So yeah, you'll get to see that. I will show off as much as I can in this game, either until my patience wears thin, or unless I'm not able to show everything. But I'll show as much as I can from my playthrough. I'm not going to play through hard mode, but I will show everything else. Like, I will find the secret rooms like I did last time. And here we are. We're back at Dario's room, the throne room, I think. I think this is the throne room. If you remember when we fought Dario the first time, when we fought him in this room, there was that mirror demon behind him. Yeah, now we're gonna fight that. I think this thing's name is called freaking mosquito. Sorry, mosquito. Yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, this is a Noogie. He is the demon that was given to Dario by Celia. This boss is, like, seeing it now, this boss is easy, like, really easy. It's just that I'm so bad at dodging. Like, even after, even in the fight where I beat him, I mean, I just do so badly at dodging. And there's also the fact that he has that if it's not on screen, it doesn't exist rule. Even though off screen, I end up hitting an enemy that was not literally in the field of view, but I still hit it and it died. But apparently that doesn't apply to a Noogie here, which is fucking dumb. Yeah, this is my strategy for this boss, and it works quite well. The strategy that I use for every other boss, it works pretty damn well. I ended up fighting this boss a total of, I think 4 times, maybe 5. I think this guy is what pissed me off the most. Like, Paranoia got me started my frustration, and then this guy solidified my frustration. I got so mad. So that's why I said I'm glad that I'm now post-commentating this. That way, y'all don't have to endure the incredibly quiet, angry dark. So yeah. Yeah, I had like a button slip up and I accidentally pressed all the wrong buttons. I tried pausing instead. I tried pausing, but instead I pressed Shift and or Select and changing it to that. Even though it's not really necessary to see the map at this point, it's still me. At this point, I'm desperate because I have 5 health and. Yeah, I don't have that rusted food can anymore. I used it. So yeah, I am kind of bummed. Give it a second. And wait for it. I actually had like a slimmer of hope there, but then that happened, and then I was dead. So yeah. And then I try again. Yeah, this boss, like, I can't say anything about this boss I haven't already said. It's not as hard as it looks, stuff like that, blah blah. I think I took a trip to Hammers before I fought this guy again, I'm not sure. I think I did. And that's normally what happens when I die a bunch of times to a boss. I go to Hammers, and then I restock up on stuff, and then I fight them again. Mind you, that's not a very, like, good thing. I mean, like, I should actually try and get good at the game so that I can beat bosses without having to rely on Hammer stuff. Like I did in Aria of Sorrow. I rarely relied on Hammer for stuff. Like, I don't think I ever bought 9 potions from when I was playing through Aria of Sorrow. I don't think I have. Don't quote me on it. Actually, feel free to quote me on it. I don't care. I think what happened with this guy is I kind of got desperate. I just wanted him to die, so at one point I just would spam the Amalark sniper. So yeah, I'd waste a shot, and then I would waste a shot and waste mana in the process. But can you really blame me? For someone of my skill, just wanting this thing to die after being killed by it a bunch, it gets irritating after a while. Do the seal. Fail horribly. Continue fighting. Oh, continue the process over and over again. Attempt to dodge his attacks, and then hit him with the Amalark sniper. And then eventually sometimes you miss. Yeah, that was the strategy for this fight. Yeah, as you can see, well, you can't really see because I'm just playing. But if you could, you would realize just how mad I was at this point. Yeah, I was not. I think I've established that, Riley. Shut up about it. So yeah, there's the seal again. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, and failed. And then, give it a second. I wonder if I realized that I had that spare rusty food tin. Let's see if I did. I'm doing well so far. Oh, and I'm dead. Yeah, at this point I was just like, fuck it. Anyway, dudes, that's going to be it for this episode. Like if you enjoyed. I've been Fox, and I'll see you dudes in the next episode of Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrow. Bye.